Hi again. Just a couple things. I had some afterthoughts, things that may not have been obvious. But you saw me working on these connectors earlier, and that one I cleaned off in about, well, maybe 5 minutes. Once you're not on camera and you have both hands to work with, and it's pretty easy. Anyway, yeah, one thing that may not have been obvious, once you work beyond the reach of the jaws of the end cutters, what do? Well, I mean, you got two choices. You can either just break the board off, and then you're close to the end again, or what you can actually do is you can just work. I tend to have a preferred direction to work, but you can just hold the jaws off center instead of trying to go across the whole board. Hold them to one side, you can actually reach each one of these without ever breaking the board. And then you get a little more to hold on to. But anyway, let's see what else. I told you I was going to take apart that one Motorola chip, and I didn't. I did find, well, I got rid of the TI chips. There really wasn't anything on those. I did find one house-numbered chip. House numbering, if you're not familiar with it, it's kind of like on this other board where they've taken and stamped a number over the top of the manufacturer's information, and it just gives them a easy way to keep track of multiple different vendors' parts and so forth. They know as long as that number matches, that all the parts in the bin are equivalent. I guess is why they do it. Since they're not actually trying to obscure the original numbers. So anyway, I did find one house-numbered chip without the gold pins that had a little gold in the center. So we've got this one Motorola chip here. These were 1972 date code, by the way. The TI chips I already took off. They were all 1972. And again, you see most of these are like 201, 218, some of the date codes I see. The one that doesn't have the gold pins is 239. And like I said, the body of the chip is actually slightly different too. So it could have been manufactured in a different country. It could just be, changing economics. But they put a little less work into it and didn't put all that gold on it. So I'm going to pull that chip off though and see what we can spot inside of it, if anything. Oops, well, I actually busted it in half, which I didn't intend to do. Let me take a quick look at it off camera. And lighting is so bad in here. Yeah, I don't really see anything in it. Looks like that one was a wasted. Well, let me get the other piece off the board. Take a quick look at it. Okay, actually it, I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but it does have some gold on the die, so the very inner tips of the chips would have also been gold plated. So that's all you'd have on that one. These other ones, I tried to show you, taking that one apart, which didn't come out. Let me use a bigger tool here. Here, we'll pull this one down the corner. I want to get one off intact. That's what I want to do. Okay, so again, we've got our external gold-plated pins. I'm just going to grab toward the end here, right next to the pins, and oh crap! This one's busted too. Well, anyway, all right. Fine, I'll just work from the other end. So this is what I was really trying to show you. You see there are some pins that are embedded in the plastic, but I mean if you pull on them they actually come out very easily. Let me find the other piece of that one. Let me try this one more time. Okay, now we have one intact, no splits, no cracks. Try that one more time. What I was going to show you was you can grab by one end, right next to the pins, snap off the body. Okay, now what we can do is grab these pins and just pull them right off. And what you're going to notice is they stick to the cutters. So I believe they're Kovar. They're magnetic. So anyway, that's what I was trying to show you. I'll let work for very little. But alright, thanks again. Yeah, a little one more time. Another afterthought, sorry. One thing, some of you out there are going to find some of these connectors that do not work this way, and you're going to be cursing my name. So I'll just tell you right now, you are going to find some of these pins out there that have a different shaped end on them. Instead of just coming out as a straight pin, they actually will mushroom out on the end. So it'll actually have like a little Y shape on the end of it. So once they're stuck in a board, they're in there. I don't know if they're, when they're pressed in the factory, if they actually have something that takes and splits the end and mushrooms it out, or if they just force them through that way. And the other thing I've seen, I have seen some particularly, I will say mushy boards, for lack of a better, very thin boards or poor quality boards where you're just not getting enough support to push them out easily. One other thing, you notice there's no traces on the top side of this board. I have seen some where they had traces on the top side also, and had a little trace that was connecting the two pins on the top side, which of course took up solder. And that again also makes them much easier to push out. So these are kind of a best case scenario, the way you're seeing it here. It's a good quality circuit board. It's pretty firm, and they have no traces on the top side. So, and they have the straight ends on the pins. They're not mushroomed out. So one other thing I didn't really clarify, which I don't know if I need to, but I'm just going to pop one out here so I can show you. And you can see it's popped above the surface. I'm actually making use of the angled surfaces on these cutters as a wedge. So when I squeeze, it's actually pulling up on that pin. So that's what I was doing here when I pop these out. I'm not cutting something if that's what it looks like. I'm just going underneath the lower portion of it and squeezing, and that's pulling up on the pin. So, and again, nothing goes right on camera. Jeez. Okay, anyway, let me do one more, since that was incredibly difficult looking. Okay, so again, we've got some separation between the pin and the board. I'm using the angled surfaces of the cutter to actually pop it up and out. There you go. So I was trying to show you. And the last one, if we get it popped up, you can actually just grab like that and pull it right out. So Okay, thanks again.